Welcome to Virtual Communication and Collaboration, where you will understand how to use technology to enhance your curriculum. Before we begin, let's discuss the history of communication. The history of communication began 30,000 years before the Common Era through cave paintings and stone carvings. Communication has evolved tremendously over the last 2,000 years. Once paper was invented, the first newspaper was published in 1650. Almost 200 years later, the telegraph was invented, which was a significant turning point in communicating over long distances. Following the telegraph came the telephone, radio signal, and the television. Then came the launch of the internet in 1969. This marked the beginning of the new age, which brought us the World Wide Web, instant messaging, blogging, and finally Facebook and Twitter. Virtual communication can be defined as a type of communication that includes the use of information and communication technology, or ICT, eliminating the barriers of time and space. The goal for effective virtual communication is to utilize digital communication media so that participants do not feel limited by differences in time or location. There are several tools available for virtual communication, and many of those tools are free to use. There are a few different types of virtual communication, which include learning management systems, or LMS, collaboration tools, instant messaging tools, and video conferencing tools. Virtual communication has many advantages, the biggest one being the ability to communicate anytime, anywhere. Some others include feeling more confident to share opinions and ideas, as well as motivation to interact with one another. Yamit suggests virtual discussions would most likely benefit students who are shy, introvert, and reticent. Although virtual communication offers many advantages to education, there are some disadvantages of virtual communication. When communicating virtually, there are verbal cues that are missed, like gestures and eye contact, as well as nonverbal cues, like feelings. The tone of the conversation may be hard to convey, which could result in vague responses. Virtual communication also eliminates the opportunity for prompt feedback and communication. So, how do we effectively create and incorporate virtual communication and collaboration to enhance curriculum? Considering the advantages and disadvantages, a combination of face to face and virtual communication would allow for a successful discussion. Face to face allows prompt communication and feedback, and virtual communication allows for time to divulge further into a topic or conversation. Some other ways to create and incorporate virtual communication and collaboration include frequent teacher communication and guidance, parental involvement, teacher availability through email, and to consider new technologies. There are many tools and resources available to collaborate virtually. Flipgrid, Quizlet, and Padlet are a few popular tools. Google Apps are also great tools for collaboration. They are easily accessible, free, and supply collaboration tools that make group learning possible in a virtual setting. Some individuals may need assistance accessing these tools and instructions on how to use them. This concludes the presentation on how to effectively create and incorporate virtual communication and collaboration to enhance curriculum.